Aibo, Vugani. I know it's not morning. I know you're about to go to sleep. You had a great day. Happy Youth Day, everybody. Happy June 16, everybody. And I hope it was spent responsibly, young people. Not only is it a public holiday, this was a time for us to reflect. Also, most of you, the young ones, time to plan, time to plot, time to make some changes that are not working for you in your life or in your economic situation, circumstances, whatever it is. This day is supposed to have been for that. If anything, you should learn from the youth of 1976. The synergy, the unity, and the vision that they had for their own lives going forward. So if we are divided, especially young people are divided, then things will not work out for you, unfortunately. So I'm hoping you had a great day. Happy Youth Day once again, and hold the government accountable. I hope that should have been one of your resolution after reflecting on some things. And some of you old youth, so instead of getting angry and despondent and complaining, what are you doing to change the situation in your life? All right, but I'm not here to preach. I am here for us to discuss, well, kind of almost like predict tomorrow. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow in your own opinion or your own perspective? Um, as you guys already know, when we departed on Thursday, there was an assignment or an order that was given to Mr. Was it Mr. Mnisi, who applied for accused number three, who had requested a dentist examination if he had an insert on his teeth. And of course, Judge Radam was Judge Radam. Instead of saying, okay, this has never been done before, but we can always set a precedent because this court is progressive. Instead, he wanted authorities, authorities from the colonies, if you may, that you can get an authority in Canada, you can get an authority in Australia, you can get an authority everywhere where Britain colonized the world type of situation, which I found to be a little bit patronizing, or it may be giving them direction that you will not find it in South Africa, but it exists out there. And so I did a literally 3 to 30 second search on Eugene, my chat GPT, I call him Eugene. Eugene then gave me those cases that I myself thought, hey, this is something you can look at, read the judgments, and basically get to understand that indeed Mr. Mncube has the rights, according to these precedences that I found, to have him examined by two practitioners in his case, uh, a dentist for the state and a dentist that is paid by him from his own pocket, as he said, and that is allowed, and that should persuade Mr. Rata Mukwatleng to order a dentist thingamajig. And of course, the state said they are opposing that 100%. This is something that the defense should do in their case when they are going to do their case. Basically, they defense, then they request all the necessary processes that needs to take place to prove his innocence against the accusations leveled against him, being one of the people that unalived Senzo Mayo on the 26th of October 2014. Judge Rata, I thought he wanted this matter to progress and finish, but he was willing to give Mr. Mnisi 2 weeks. But Mr. Mnisi was like, no, By Monday, I'll be ready. And of course, they did not know, or he did not know at that time, that Monday was going to be a public holiday, which is today. So, of course, now the case was postponed to the 17th, which is tomorrow, Tuesday, June 2025. And now, what are your thoughts? I would like to know your thoughts. How do you think Mr. Mnisi should have prepared his arguments? How do you think, or is it head of arguments? How do you think also a judge Rata is going to rule? Is he going to rule in favor of Mr. Mncube? Is he going to rule against Mr. Mncube? I would like to know. My predictions are I think he will be persuaded to order a examination on Mr. Mube because he is forced not only by these authorities is looking for. The greatest authority in South Africa, whether he likes it or not, is the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, Section 35 of the Constitution, which clearly states that an accused must have a fair trial. And if the accused feels like getting an examination on his teeth, if he ever had golden inserts, then the judge cannot stop that unless he says, okay, I'm not going to deny you this request, but can you do it when it is your turn to defend your case? And I'm hoping he's not going to get there. He's going to do it immediately so that the witness on the stand can attest to what he is saying based on the dental records from both the state dentist as well as his own dentist report. That is what I believe. While these witnesses still understand, because yeah, he says he is seeing golden inserts or inserts, not insert, inserts in Mr. Mube's teeth. And I saw the photos doing the round on social media. And of course, you attempted to take a magnifying glass and going, I, I, is it my? I don't see. I don't even see a flash of light sparkling in any of his teeth for it to be deemed as a golden insert or a gold tooth or gold teeth. It doesn't look like that at all. And I looked even much closer and closer, and no. So what is the state trying to do here? Hmm? What is the state trying? So I think for from the accused rights to be adhered to, Judge Rata is persuaded by the Constitution, Section 35. I think that should be the argument. Then coming with authorities coming from some colony, he just needs to argue based on the Constitution because South African law is developed from the Constitution when you argue it in court. I mean, we can't come raw with common law and say, yeah, there is authority because most of these authorities that he wants, I mean, he would quote 1918 and 1943. All of that, that was pre-constitutional democracy. Now he needs to find us a constitutional ruling either in a persuasive high court like the Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, and Pretoria, or he needs to find an Supreme Court of Appeal judgment or a constitutional court judgment like post 1994, the constitutional democracy. That is just me and my own point of view. And I think that's how Mr. Mnisi needs to argue this, rather than being sent on a wild goose chase on something as simple. This is simple. I would have ordered right there and then and said, yeah, I think this is a good idea while we still have the witness, because now you are going, no, while we have the witness, I almost wanted to say something that Mr. Rata always asks, is the person still alive? And I'm saying, while he's still alive, let's have him answer the medical report when it comes through. That's my prediction that we are going to see tomorrow. And I'm interested to hear yours. While I await you typing away your own predictions, let me read the live chat. Lindani Dube, what's up? What's up, Lindani Dube? I know I disappointed you this past weekend. And as I was editing, I'm almost done with the editing. I'm like, oh, Lindani's gonna ask. Lindani's gonna ask. It's coming. I promise this coming Sunday, you are going to get a true crime video. You are most definitely going to get a true crime video this coming Sunday. All right. But thank you for holding me accountable on that one. Janelle and what's up? How are you doing, fam? It's so good to see you here, Monet. How are you doing, Monet? Good evening to you too. And then we have Yankee. How are you, Yankee? How are you? Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Kainsile, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. Let's hang out for a while. I'm not going to be too long, just maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then I can release you to go to bed tomorrow, Bella. It is a work, school day, or whatever it is that you do during the day that keeps you busy. I don't want to keep you away from that. And yeah, so just to share a little bit, I had a great day. I was invited to a podcast. It is run by an African American married couple who live here in South Africa. And the channel name is SBU Live, SBU Live. Please go and check them out so that when our episode air, you can get to see it. Smooth Live, SBU Live. Just go subscribe there and support the channel. Support them. They're great, great, great people. Had a great conversation with them, picking my brains on things that I believe in, things that I am vocal about, and things as well that I've not said before. And I did so today on that podcast. So please go check them out. Smooth Live. It's capital. The names are all capital. When you go check them out, please, 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 Smooth Live. All right, that it's a podcast channel, and you are definitely going to enjoy the show. I hope you do. It's gonna be multiple episodes, from what I believe, and you'll do great there. Okay, please go support them, subscribe, watch their videos, click the bell notification so you do not miss that those episodes. All right, Mbali, how are you, Mbali? Happy Youth Day to you too. Tell me, what did you do today in Bali? I would like to know. Paramisa says, hi, Clances. We appreciate you for keeping us in the loop. I'm watching from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Wow. Saudi Arabia in the house. No, thank you so much for supporting the channel and also trusting me with the information and my own inputs, opinions on what I observe in that courtroom. Again, we are not experts, so we are not judges or anything like that. But we got IQs, all of us. And one thing I always say, I'm so appreciative of the clan and new members of the clan, intelligent people. Y'all are intelligent people. And I do see those that try it, like they really, really try it, and they get called out easily because how can you be that brave? But I was blessed with the most smartest people in South Africa that follow this channel. I appreciate you guys so much. The contributions, your open mindedness, and also your critical thinking has been absolutely a blessing to me. So I love you guys very, very much. Same goes with you there, Paramisa, in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Man, I love this beautiful community we have here. We should be absolutely proud of ourselves. I'm proud of you, most definitely. Feels like a hey, stranger. Ah, Please tell me you are okay. Please tell me you're okay. I beg. Pela, when you my day one. I'll never forget. You're my day one clan member, honorable clan member, and self-appointed expert. No, you, Mom Charlotte, um, TD, there's a lot of you. Isaiah, so many of you guys. I ah, let's not get each other teary, you know. Hi, Cletus and family. Prayed Ratata not be rude tomorrow. Will he ever not, though? You know, there was a time, I mean, there are so many times that we think, oh, wow, today he was a judge. Oh, my goodness, he was actually doing what he's supposed to do. Then the following seconds, boom, the weather has changed. Like the weather has when I usually even when he gets chastised or reprimanded, I suppose by the JP, he comes all humble and keeps quiet, and he'll say, "I'm just keeping quiet because they say I interfere." No, you you interfere. That's what you do, in my opinion, at least. So it's been quite funny. And Bali says, I enjoy Booty. It was my 31st. Ooh, happy birthday to you, Bali. Today, how are you? I'm great. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. I'm so happy you enjoyed it. 31st. Girl, it's going down. I'm kidding. I remember when I turned 31, then I started hearing stories from people like, you thought we were old once upon a time when we said we were 30. We were like, remember when we used to consider 30, try 40? I'm not scaring you, but I'm so happy that you enjoyed your day and had a great time. And happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. May your new year be filled with nothing but happiness. And of course, money, 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 money. That is needed. That's definitely needed. So let your new year be about receiving and reigning on what money and success. All right, Ignatia. Hello, Ignatia. Here's my other day one. How are you, Ignatia? Good evening to you. Thank you so very much for being here. Mbali says, let's pray for Ata Uguti, our awake abe ija. I get about judge because I'm you for once. Please, I can't get a judge for once. Just enjoy watching justice taking its course through the process that is taking place in his courtroom. But hey, in most cases, he leaves us with our amapapunga. That man knows how to really stir up emotions. Honestly speaking, like, why can't you just do your job? Honestly, if you feel like you want to defend the state, don't do it. Don't be seen to be defending the state when you're treating the defense differently. Just keep quiet. That way we won't know which side you are on, honestly, because it's starting to look, starting it in our opinion, it looks like this is favoritism. Of Mash, another day one coming through. Good evening to you, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? So good to see you guys here. Tell me, what are you guys thinking about tomorrow? How is it going to go? Do you think we are going to get the judgment tomorrow after heads of argument? I think he said the heads of argument will take the whole day. And I'm thinking, why would it take the whole day for? Why would heads of argument take the whole day? We live in a constitutional democracy. Let the constitution persuade you for a fair trial. I know he will also say Section 35 also wants the state to have a fair case. Like, I've not seen that in the Constitution. I've looked for that part, and he interpreted it that way, that it's not only the accused who must have a fair trial. And I'm like, but it's enshrined in the Constitution. Do not refute what the Constitution says to drive a narrative of some sort. I don't know what that narrative is, but one can wonder what narrative is being drawn there by saying that, oh, even the state must have a fair case. It's not in the Constitution. I didn't see it unless I over it's flying over my head. But when it comes to the accused, the Constitution is clear. So Mr. Mncube feels that it's unfair to hear his name in court being inserted with gold teeth or a gold tooth. And he said, wait a minute. He raises his hand and he makes a request. And then Judge Rada, instead of making an order, he says, no, go prepare heads of argument. What does the law say? What does the law say? The law is the Constitution, sir. It's the Constitution. Mavis, my another day one. How are you doing? Mavis, thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Maybe we'll be done by 10. I really don't want to keep you guys too long. And also, I feel a little bit exhausted as well. I just realized coming from a very beautiful day that I had today. So the brain is a little fried a bit. So I'm not going to keep you too long. 30 minutes will suffice, I think. But nobody's is coming through with a prediction of their own about tomorrow. Please let me know. What are your thoughts? Or maybe you want me to open lines. Let me know if you want me to send out a link and we can have a one on one and hear your thoughts there. I'm open to that as well. I know I haven't done it in the previous lives, but yeah, Afmer says, I don't know how to feel about this one. Judge Rada has already ruled on this gold tools issue. Remember, he once said that there are removable ghost inserts. There is always something that he would add. I remember. And one has to ask oneself, what do you mean, though, as a judge? What do you mean? Is that part of your judgment? Hmm? So, like, really, how do you know they are removable? Because they're all removable. If you no longer want your gold tooth, you can remove it. They are all removable, unless it's talking about the ones that you insert and that click on, and click off. Is that what he was talking about? Because I've never heard of gold. Oh, wrappers. They have. Okay. Point taken. But as a judge, I don't think that should even be a comment or an opinion while you are presiding over a matter because it creates distrust. So yeah, there's a chance there, Outmash. There's a chance indeed that he's ruled on these gold tooth. I mean, he did say also that while the the councils go and prepare heads of arguments, he will also be reading his own authorities. So before listening to heads of arguments, you already have a judgment prepared. Because as far as I understand, you need to hear things for the first time and be persuaded by those arguments, the fors and against. And then you go to your chambers and then you research your own authorities that will persuade you either against the request or the submission or application by Mr. Mnisi, or you dismiss the state's rejection. But when you are going to do it along with them without first hearing the arguments, that's peculiar. Honestly, that's peculiar. Menzi says, "Bhuti kunjani siyabonga kakhulu. Keep it up. You are the best. This judge, you'll never know. Shem will find out SARS." Hey, thank you so much, Menzi. I appreciate you. Hey, Yes, you never know with this judging in bed. But what you call that? Chameleon. I'm terrified of chameleons, guys. I don't know why. Unuabu changes colors. Mm. Maybe because it does that. And Rata scares me as well. I don't wanna lie. One moment the guy, hi, yeah, no, assassin and bed. But I think with what we have been subjected to in the past 2 years, he seems to kind of give out ideas how he usually rules. You know, so far, every application that the defense has made has failed, and he has ruled in favor of the state. Even when you look closer, you're like, Anjan, how? And of course, as the court pleases, as the court pleases. Jessica says, I'm good, Francis. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Did you hear about General L was in a case of S worker with some other colleagues, but they granted bail subs members with corruption is too much. I heard. I heard. And I think at some point subs tried to deny it, and then the reports came about bail, and I'm like, that is so it should be embarrassing for subs communication. Honestly, you are trying to mislead an entire nation when you're supposed to be transparent. That was funny. That was very funny. Monet says, Mina, I'm exhausted about this case through. I know, Monet, I really do. But I think we should hang in there. I think we all should hang in there because it affects us all. We need to know how these people work. I'm talking about the states. So that if something happens to you or your loved one, we know what to do. We know what to do. They cannot succeed, and we cannot let them succeed in this way. If a crime was committed, the perpetrator, and I'm talking about the real perpetrator, is the one that needs to be held criminally liable, not an innocent person who's been profiled. And we've heard the word profiling from the lead investigator over and over and over. So we're getting profiled, and then they look at us and they'll be like, I think this one, he looks this way. Let's pin this one on him. Oh, this one looks that way. Let's pin the most heinous and most difficult to solve. This is what we are facing by the sound of things and also by the look of things. So please don't give up. I know it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I know. But hang in there. Hang in there until we all understand exactly what is happening in our country and the criminal justice system. And the judiciary now, with Rata there, like, Kwenzegan, what's going on? Why are we taking L's in so many ways? So please hang in there. Tagamisa says, I think the proposed delay by the judge was for him and the state to find the perfect ingredients for the cooking. Because what sense does it make that he proposed 2 weeks when Mr. Mnisi only wanted a couple of days to put an argument? A whole 2 weeks for what? That is why I always said that, oh, Mr. Baloy, whenever the defense asks for a postponement, he will never oppose that. He will never oppose a postponement. It doesn't matter how long it is, he will never, because it gives him an opportunity to do what he does best, introducing new evidence. And if you ask yourself, where is this evidence coming from now? And they'll tell you, well, the trial has been off for the past 4.5 months, and this is what we found. So 2 weeks, something is wasn't completed, and it needed 2 weeks. Who knows? We don't know. And this is exactly what we mean. A judge should just keep quiet. Just keep quiet. He's always on about JP only when they want to pressurize the defense. Yeah, that's the thing I was wondering on Thursday. I'm like, how? Can't JP didn't wasn't the one that was questioning and asking questions of why you're being nice to the defense. Why are you being nice to the defense? And then he will say, I am the only judge in this country. And you're like, eh, man, Jay, what happened to the delays? And JP complaining about these delays. Honestly, I get uh-uh. Lindani's loves Thanks Clan. I really love that channel. I know, Lindani, I'm sorry. You'll be happy soon. Trust me, you'll be happy soon. And there will be consistency as well. Don't worry. Dawkins says, hello, clan. Ngingene, nge. Oh, that's nice. What's up? How are you doing, Dawkins? You're coming in with codes, I see. How are you doing? I'm so happy to see you. My other day one right here, Lindani day one too. Today I'm having day ones and I'm happy to see that. Pagamisa think is still maybe been around, but yeah, Monet as well day one. Yeah, guys, I'm so happy you were here. Thank you. Thank you. Lindani says they once said Gininda is the last witness. Yeah. Remember I even made a video and I said Gininda is the last witness and I'm like, now more police officers? Aye, aye, aye. But seems like the witnesses will never end, yo. As long as there'll be postponements, that gives Baloy a chance to put more. The relevant witnesses, dololo. Zwide says, well, the judge and state know is near impossible to find a cited case on that application. I think so. I think that is why Rata kind of like casted the net wide because I think there is definitely a case somewhere out there that he will say persuaded me. But I'm saying the Constitution should persuade it. Section 35. Let's forget authorities of other countries. Let's argue it based on Section 35. Guess what? I found two cases. Pity I don't have defense contact. Please share it here. I want to check it out before I sleep. Please read it. Please. Debuko, good evening. What's up, Debuko? How are you doing, sir? How are you doing? Good to see you. Gabsile, day one. What's up, Gabsile? How are you doing? To put butter and spice on the steak. I Somebody said something that made me laugh the other day. I was like, "Yo, Bapega, isop I'm like, "Isop isop is a 2 3 second thing," and that was so funny. I laughed so hard when she saw Palvuto. So Igagorata is a little bit upset and gave two with it. I read your comments. It's just my comment section gives me so much trouble, guys. But that was hilarious. I laughed all the way to bed that day. Isopel Gavuto. Isopel. I keep imagining Isopel Gavuto. Enjalelo. Ngabe ngezothiwa amathambo anomsipho ongafuni ukuvuthwa. Jessica say it's true, Cletus. They open our eyes and mind what they are doing, including MPA and justice. And all of this is about money. I agree. Or you related with who? Yeah, there's a lot. They will never pin anything on their own family members or people they love and know. And probably some of them are criminals. Hey, hi. But our eyes are open. One day is one day, people. I'm telling you. One day is one day. We will have the right people that are going to run this country. And we're going to have the right people who are going to protect, defend, and serve us as they solemnly swear when they get those jobs. Because you have to ask yourself, where did it? When you are growing, you are dreaming, you end up being so fortunate to go to university, study, graduate, get a job, only to mess it up. Make it make sense. Because there's nobody that can walk up to me and tell me to be corrupt. Because the first thing I'll think about, like, where, number one, ngiphuma ekuhluphekeni. How imagine me going back? Never. Two, the amount of sleepless nights and midnight candles burnt, crying because I'm having an understanding issue with a certain section of the cause. Yeah, it has happened several times. Like me, and then your roommate comes and tries to pat you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I understand. I'm going through the same thing." And then you end up crying together. Nobody's now helping anybody else. We're both crying. And then we graduate and then go through the painstaking process of putting in CVs. You get an interview, the sweat and the fear and words leaving you, and then you get the job. How are you comfortable after getting a job? Because you shouldn't be comfortable. This is the beginning of building your name and your legacy. You have a bigger job once you get it. And then somebody comes and tell you not to follow the law to the T, jeopardizing your dreams and your family's dreams by plunging them back to where you come. I don't get. I don't understand that. Somebody make it. Somebody honestly. I don't know. Maybe some of us actually kakhulu that we would not even dare. I would rather away. Walk away, because once you have a degree from a university, that gives you a skill of management. I can go anywhere in the world and apply to a totally different job as long as I understand what's required of me. Because that's the thing that I was doing at university, researching, solving problems, and all of those stuff in hypotheses, because most of them are hypotheses. And then somebody comes and corrupts me, and I allow that. Ayingeke awuhluphekanga. Awukazi nje uhlupheke. You don't know hlupheka what it is. Ask some of us. Are you, hey, ngeke. You can have anything on me, rather tell the world about it. Tell them. At least people do have a forgiving heart. Or but they understand I'm also human. Oh no, 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 and I know I'm not the only one. Zwida says, remember, worldwide, this type of application is decided by the court's discretion. Rather, the knows that. And then we did say this before that, hey, the court has a discretion. Can't it use it without listening and hearing applications? But he got too overconfident thinking there is no case law. I'll share shortly. Thank you so very much. Zwida says, Tumagude, mdima phangandawo bhoda bakhothe wena owancelisa ingane ngale kusheya komfula. Wena shange. That's me. I think my clan praise names, they're about 24. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. There's a lot. Unonyao in there. Hey, there's a lot. Afmer says Judge Rata likes to act dumb intentionally. That's why he says educate. And I was like, well, now you want to be educating John. It was who so yazi. I know everything. I saw damn I did not buy that. Elfmesh, I really didn't. He just wants to assist the state delay this matter. Hence, he's always insinuating that if this case goes somewhere, yeah, yeah, that's what we're observing. And of course, we're putting two and two together and asking ourselves, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? And then, of course, we come up with our own speculations and conclusions. You can't blame us. Versus if we were just quiet and be a judge. That's it. Um, Gopsida says, ex-reader, please share those cases with clan. Thank you. Yeah, I want to check them out. And before I sleep, read them. Maybe I'll ask Eugene to summarize it for me, especially the main part of the judgment. Um, yeah, maybe in 100 words, I'll say. In 100 words, please summarize this case. You should be friends with Eugene, guys. ChatGPT. There's a free version and the paid version, and I think they're just the best, both of them. So I call it Eugene. You can call it whatever name you want. Don't ask me why it's Eugene. I don't know. Maybe it's a name I like. I don't know. But Eugene helps me a lot when I want to understand something. Kainzile says, but if you operate with them, they delete you. Mm, I know. Mina ungamele ungidelete for iqiniso. Ungidelete nje for iqiniso. At least I'm down under there being eaten by worms, knowing very well that my conscience is clear. As for yena ungidelete, ha, don't forget that will never have peace in their sleep. And if it was on landed, not too long after, on landed. But I was not born by a tree. This reader says state versus. Okay, let me write that down. Okay. S versus Doe. The case allowed adjournment for a medical examination to dispute evidence based on physical appearance. Wow, awesome. And then we have R versus Smith. Okay, this one I did see. I read this one on my last video on Thursday. The R versus Smith. So yeah, yeah, indeed, they could. The defense can use, but I don't know this other one. I'll just check this one. It's a U.S. case, right? Yeah, mm, yeah. I'll check the U.S. one. The people versus Doe. All right. Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, thank you so much for that. I wonder now that Charles is the king, what is the citation? Is it still R? Alf Mash, thank you so much. Rita says, Dapping, you're welcome. Atlanta, I've shared the two case laws. Dumagude, Shange, Dima, Bodlabakote. Wena wakucelisika ndingale phesheya komfula. If you can get this to the defense, it will crash Judge Faga's Judge Faga's heel. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Zita. I appreciate you. Thank you. It shall go where it's supposed to. Thank you. Lambo Designs, what's up? What's up, Lambo? How are you in the US? How's the US this afternoon for you? Well, we had a youth day today, and it was a public holiday. Had a great time. Some of us, others had a birthday, like Umbali turning 31, and it's been a good one. So yeah. So Mlambo Design says, I look at Sibanda and feel like he now truly believes the lies he is spewing. That one Jay believed it from the get go. You know, when you lie so much that the lies become the truth, that's him. How do they sleep at night? I think for you to have a good night's sleep, you need to have a clean conscience. But that's just me. To have a good night's sleep, your conscience just needs to be clear. It's a good question one has to always ask. Ulala kanjani ebusuku, knowing very well you are messing up people's lives. Did you see the video of Moses' father crying? Do you think the Zonyembes are just going to fall for free? Uyidalela amabhadi. Maybe those bodies are not for you. They're going to be for your children. Hmm? Ngeke ngibone. Qinisa ikhanda. Hayi, hayi ngeke. Mm-mm. Tafida, what's up? What's up? What's up? Day one, hi clients. So, what I have realized, the German Shepherd is very selective in his listening ability. German Shepherd. When he said his grandma, was it grandma or great grandma, a German? I was like, sir, not a good place to say that. Even if you do have that, it's just not. Because in my head, I keep thinking 1930, 1933. That's where my mind just keeps going. And I'm like, there was a lot of heartlessness around that time. A lot of heartlessness. So now, please don't make us make speculations. Honestly, I don't know. That's just my thought on that one. It only listen when it when they talk, but play dumb when defense speak and interfere to disturb them. The tactic is indeed to interfere. Remember, I think Mr. Mnisi he interjected and he did not take kindly to that. He said, Mr. Mnisi interjected, and I'm like, but you never say that when the state interjects. You never say that when you are interjecting and say, I'm sorry for interjecting. You just jump. And then because the thought is, oh, okay, let's break this chain of thoughts. Right. The state can just jump and do it. Sibanda was like on his feet a lot. Right. Lindani says, Mlambo, yo, Usibanda yena, he's something else. Ngiyakutshela mina. He is. Mina angiphiwanga yena, honestly. Angiphiwa, angiphiwanga yena. And it's such a, it's such an indictment on him for a person whom we're supposed to look up to. Young man with a doctorate in law. Come on. That's what we're supposed to all be doing, inspired by him. How do you get inspired by somebody one deems as heartless? I can't. And then we have Zwido says, this is our clan and we will defeat Fagazi. That is the mission here, to get to justice and let justice served. And then we all can go and do and live our lives knowing that justice was served. That's all we want as the clan. That's all. Lindani says, but I have realized ukuthi umnisi bangaphakama bathi objection, my lord. Kuvele kucime izibani kusibanda azizwe ngomkhulu. And you know when every time he gets interjected, that look that he gives, And I'm like, but it's not nice when it's done to you, though. It's not nice done to you. Oh my word, sweetie. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. May you please be blessed, you and your family, because I know this is coming from the purse of your family. Please let them be blessed for me and you abundantly. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate this. Oh, it's Dorcas. Sorry. Sorry, Dorcas. I'm giving somebody else blessings. But you too, Sweden, be blessed. I mean that. But Dorcas, thank you so very much. Oh my gosh. I'm having my dyslexia again coming up. Thank you so much, Dorcas. May you please be abundantly blessed, you and your family. Abundantly blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Linda says, thank Dorcas. Thank you so much indeed, Dorcas. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you a million times. Thank you. Yeah, Kapsila made a big mistake. It's Dorcas indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think I should end it here because, yeah, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. What surprises me is that out of 1,000 photos, only one depicts or shows a goat. Like seriously, you telling me all the other how many over 5,000 he's not smiling? I mean, Umube loves smiling. I'm sure he really thinks he's Chama boy. You know, probably is Chama boy. But there's no way that he will not show off his teeth. I mean, he's got perfect teeth, and I will show them off too if I were him. And when you only find one photo that you think you see gold inserts, I sugar. Honestly, Rata thinks we are dumb. Exactly, Zwede. Exactly. We must not be made fools of. That is not measure we're watching. We might not see what's happening in court. Mm? We might not see, but also logic dictates. Let's take all five, all how many thousands they are, line them up where Mube is smiling, and show us those golden inserts. Mm? Find us all of those and all of those pictures. Hi, but yeah, hey, but we are also hearing a lot of stories coming out. Hmm, Zungu, I find out you got explanation, and I cannot wait for Zungu to be recalled. Ha ha ha. Gaga, gaga. I gaga my face to no, 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 no. Mm. And I do believe that the person that's going to turn this case on its head is Zungu's father. Zungu's father is going to turn this case on its head, and I pray for his safety. I really do. Because these days we have to pray for everybody that is involved in this case, whether as a defense, as family members of some of the witnesses themselves. You have to pray. You have to pray for the family. You have to pray for YouTubers. You have to pray, Jay. Just pray so that at the end, justice is served. And justice will be only served when the people that were with Senzo Meiwa on the 26th of October 2014 are brought before this court as accused persons. That is when justice will begin to be served. Right now, the circus, it's a circus. That's what we are witnessing. And waste of taxpayers' money. Total waste of taxpayers' money. Can you imagine where this money would be going to? Doing what? Hmm? Probably improving our courts that look ancient with ancient I can't even call it technology, whatever that is. Where in summer people in the they are almost fried, if not baked. I know. I'm sorry, guys. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. But yeah, it is what it is. And we shouldn't normalize it by saying it is what it is. It's not what it is, what it is. All right. Guys, please let's relieve each okay, let's read Zweden says clan look at case in Denmark, Nielsen versus Denmark. This will guide the court's decision making and importance of fair trial. Rather won't even listen to our essay case laws. But when it comes to a fair trial, Section 35 of the Constitution is persuasive, extremely. And I think the defense, they need to argue that point as well. It should, whatever it is that they've prepared, should read with the Constitution. That's my take on that. But thank you for this case as well. Thank you so much. Zwida says, Yabonga, Dockers. Yes, thank you, Dockers. I gave credits to you, but hey, I'm still on the same path of blessings to everybody, and abundance to all of you guys for for your generosity, support, and all these great things that you do on this channel. Highly appreciate it. I gotta go, guys. I think I'm beginning to slur in my speech as well. My brain is fried. Okay, let's stay for 2 more minutes because we're almost done. What else can we talk about? So tomorrow, Mr. Mnisi and his colleagues are going to submit their heads of arguments. Let's see how it all goes. Let's see how it all goes and how Judge Rata is going to rule. And I think this time around he might. Ooh, I know I'm putting my head on the block here. He might rule in favor of Mncube. I hope he does. So that while we still have this witness on the stand, angahambi, agapendule, okay, we have two reports, which I think both of them are going to sing the same song. So when I get, okay, since you are on the stand and Mr. Mnisi is going to be cross-examining him, Grilla, Baba, Grilla. I think you'll be justified to go as far as calling the witness a liar. I think so. I know there'll be an objection, and yet science will not cannot be refuted. And it needs to go down on record that the witness, that is, if both reports say there never was inserts. If there were, then okay, let's not what's the word that Mr. Baloy likes using? Cast aspersions. It's not cast aspersions. Doctor says blessings to all of us. Indeed, indeed. I indeed. Mlambo says that he won't laugh. Yeah, hey, we know him. That's one thing about us. We know him. Pinning our hopes on a dead horse is not smart. Absolutely not smart. Fezeka says, I wonder how Stumelo Madlala Galog. He was complaining of bad dreams. He can't sleep. Akapokele, well, this case is still ongoing. I'm not saying who Amas Pogela, who, but hey, you know, Mlambo says science is refuted every day in Rata's courtroom, DNA and all. And you so bonus, even the medical examination tools also. We going there. Council says Mube would not be confident to request assessment. If yeah, he wasn't 100% sure. I agree. Even the way he rose his hand was like, hey, whoa. Learning is sector got Ted. I like that move. I was like, oh, perfect. Because we can't see what's happening in that courtroom because we were only excuse me only told about accused number three two or why nama go to teeth whatever and then that doctor who was jack of all trade in the medical field but he's never had it so imagine what about failure would now they're going for three. I give a fair to guys. We got to go. It is now over the 2 minutes. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all for being here, and we'll definitely see each other again on another live tomorrow, where we'll be discussing what transpired in Rada's courtroom for the day. But thank you. I much love you all, and good night. Good night, all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.